I'm joined by Niranjan Hiranandani of the Hiranandani Group, and a lot of focus, Mr. Hiranandani, has been on this infrastructure corridor that's been announced, this economic corridor, all the way from Asia to Arabia to Europa, as many are calling it. There has been sort of a lot of debate around these big infrastructure projects. We've seen Chinese debt, how smaller countries are getting affected by it. The question mark that always remains over these infrastructure projects is about debt financing. How will this be different from whatever else we've seen in the past, including the Chinese Belt and Road Initiative, as they call it?
I think the most important thing is the fact that this economic corridor lays a new connectivity for India to be connected to the Middle East and Europe by a more efficient transport system. So benefit number one is the fact that India will benefit in terms of trade and other things, so that the transportation and other costs for the purposes of doing business with Europe and the Middle East will come down. I think that is the most important thing to see. Number two, the economic ideas which the Chinese moved into various countries of the world is sought to be neutralized by this proposition which has come up over here. Obviously, the corridor has to pay for itself, but there is no direct debt program which will actually affect them or take away the benefits of that, as has happened in other countries where China's have put their footprint into it. But the most important factor is the fact that the country's cooperation is between nations which now control 80% of the GDP of the entire world. So the G20, including the European Union, now controls 80% of the GDP of the entire world. So all the consensus which has come through the statement, as well as the dealings and businesses which have happened on the sidelines of G20, become even more important. So if you're talking about the understanding with the United States in terms of the engines, aircraft engines that we are talking about technology, about the manufacturing of chips, all these other factors are on the sidelines have happened, are actually double or triple the main manifesto which has come out in the open. So, and also the fact that the discussions on the sidelines with each of the countries has taken a big leap into a different corridor of business that is going to happen in the future. So I think India has taken big advantage of the fact that this declaration has been signed, accepted, and also the fact that this given an opportunity of all the leaders in the world to set up new benchmarks of economics and business, which is a different ballgame completely. And the geopolitical leadership of India is now completely recognized.
Yeah.